Boy, Man United 3, Leicester 0, nil point. Paulo, talk to me. What do you think about that game?
Oh, it was beautiful, man. That second half was something different, man. That first 20 minutes, we were deep in it. We were like, is it one of them games? Do you know what I mean? First 20 minutes, I was thinking, we're missing some control in midfield. We're missing control in midfield. And even that left-hand side was getting bodied. Luke Shaw, Garnacho not offering enough support for Luke Shaw. And it just looked like, straight away, Garnacho needed to come off. It was one of them ones where it was like, if Ten Hag made a sub early, would have seemed rude, but it wouldn't have been rude. Because
it would have killed him. I think that would have killed him because we could all see the issues that was happening on the left-hand side. But Ten Hag doesn't make the decision.
No, listen, I think, it would have hurt him. He's a young player. Garnacho's an up-and-coming player. But we needed that move. And you were questioning at half-time, can Sancho do that? Can he support Luke Shaw enough to the point where we're not getting bossed on the left side of the pitch? And he did. He came on defensively sound, involved in everything. I mean, he scored a goal. But
talk to me about Sancho though. Like, was you worried? What again? He comes on and he does make a difference in this game. What's your thoughts on Sancho right now?
Sancho, I think literally the problem. What the problem was with Sancho is probably his fitness. I think that's why he went to Amsterdam. I think it was a fitness thing. Clearly, he was not in a place in his career where he was ready to play that style of football, that pressing style of football, that tracking back. You know, it was too much for him. At Dortmund, he wasn't that type of player. Him and Haaland were just. It was easy for them. Do you know what I mean? That link up was crazy. So I think him playing in a system with Ten Hag that required a lot of pressing, it wasn't in his game, natural in his game. So he just spoke to him and said, listen, big man, I can't do this. You know what I mean? You need to help me out here. So I'm glad he's in this position because he's come back. He scored 2 goals now since he's come back.
It's a crazy return. You know, he's come back into the fold and he looks dangerous. He looks bright. He looks like a player that we tried to sign from Dortmund. What's kind of good about Ten Hag is he saw that he had value. Yeah. Right?
Absolutely. I mean, how could you? We just got him. We were meant to get him 3 seasons ago. And now it's about maturing. And it's good that Ten Hag's coming because if it was a different manager, maybe he doesn't get that training in Amsterdam. And he doesn't adapt his game to what Ten Hag wants from him. So I'm glad with his performance, a goal, and love it.
Again, we have to talk about the right-hand side. And there's a guy on the right-hand side that you know very well. What's the name again?
Bruno Fernandes.
I love you when he does that. Bruno Fernandes.
2 assists for Bruno Fernandes. Phenomenal performance. And we talked before and I said, look, some of these games, he's getting assists and goals, but his performance is a bit inconsistent. But in this game, the passing, he's making plays look dumb. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? They shouldn't be on the same pitch as him. The passing was phenomenal, always active out of possession. He's one of them players and he's just a winner. He's a captain. Yeah. He's a captain. That's what you want. That's it.
And then again, we have to talk about Rashford. Yeah. Where would he be without Rashford? And there's a few people to actually mention. You can say, talk to me about Rashford. Yeah. You have to talk to me about David De Gea as well. So where do you want to go?
De Gea first half. Beautiful saves. Beautiful save. We're talking 2 to 3 world-class saves. We can't be disrespecting him. Yeah. I think his distribution in his game, one iffy distribution, but the rest of them were pretty good. Yeah. Good distribution. He's getting better on that side of his game. And even in the Barca game, he was coming off his line. Look, he's adapting. He's adapting now. Is he going to become the best goalkeeper in terms of distribution? Now, maybe not. But no one in the league has got that shot stop.
Couldn't do what he does.
No one's got that ability. And Marcus Rashford, I mean, 2 goals. Probably should have had a hat-trick. And who assists? Bruno Fernandes for Sancho, Bruno Fernandes for Rashford. And Fred, what's like Fred? I don't
you know what he said, Fred? Yeah, it's like, I want to be angry. Be angry. Talk to me about Fred, man.
Fred was dreadful for like 90% of the game. He was dreadful. Like, he kept losing the ball, sloppy passing. He was getting bodied as well. I mean, many times that he was losing the ball, losing possession of the ball. But then he gets that crazy assist. And this is the thing about Fred. He's unreliable. He's unreliable. You know, I don't mind him as a bench player.
But then he's reliable. You know when you say he's unreliable, Fred is reliable. Like, he's both of those things.
He's both. He's reliable when you want him to be. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I mean, that assist was a great pass onto Rashford. But it's one of them ones where Fred, we want consistency. And I don't think we're going to get that from him. We keep saying it's like, why is Fred like this? Why is he like this? You know what I mean?
I think he does it on purpose. I think now, it's like Fred is just the wildest player one of the wildest players you ever see because you love him. You love what he offers. It's the thumbs up, smiling Fred. But then it's like, Fred, if we're going to go to the next level and you want to be a part of this, you have to fix some of these issues. Yeah. And maybe you say to yourself, well, Fred, maybe you're not a starter, but you're someone that can come on and help impact the game, or we use you tactically. We say in this game, man mark, keep him out of the game.
And we've seen it. Like, he's quite he's quite effective in big games. When you need a big runner, you need someone who's going to be active, interceptions, the tackles, and he's got a worldy pass on him once in a while. Every couple of games, he's got this wild pass on him that you'll say, where is this? Where's this been? Do you know what I mean? So Fred, unreliable but reliable at times, and look, I thought he was probably our worst player, but that assist, it's almost like it cancels everything out, isn't it? It's just like,
It's a goal. It's a goal that we definitely needed, and it's once again, Fred just does that thing and he scores because that's before all the subs come on.
No, and even like in the first half, we were talking about it. Luke Shaw coming inverted, he wasn't really winning his ground.
I don't know where Luke Shaw was playing in the first 20 minutes.
First 20 minutes, he was moving. He had freedom in it. He had freedom. He was coming into midfield, but he wasn't winning any of his ground duels. And then that left-hand side was empty. There was no one there. Loads of space for Leicester. And then Garnacho again. Even when Luke Shaw was in his left-back position, Garnacho wasn't doing enough. So I kind of understood those changes. But look, I love today. That second half was beautiful.
Who's your man of the match?
My man of the match.
And why?
I'll say Bruno Fernandes.
Okay, why was
Bruno
he
Fernandes? 2 assists in the game. I thought you could have many. It's one of them ones where Rashford scores 2 goals, could be him. Victor Lindelof was phenomenal. How can we not talk about Victor Lindelof? Aggression. A lot of people have been saying Lindelof, all of that, but he's adapting his game. Again, another player's adapting his game. He doesn't want to stay on the bench.
Yeah.
But I would say Bruno Fernandes. I thought today his passing was phenomenal, winning a lot of fouls. Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes. Listen, Man United move on. Paulo's loving it. We got a next game. Our next game is against Barcelona on Thursday. Can we win that game?
Of course we can win it. We should have won the Thursday one.
I like the energy. Listen, we keep it moving. Till next time. Peace! Ha, Leicester! Ha! I don't know how I like that. Big up, bro.